Welcome back to The Greatest Show. I am JKL Harris. How are you folks doing today? Hello, hello, hello. I keep getting moved more and more. Fucking center of the screen. That's not what I want, OBS. Probably down there. Hello. Hello, ma'am. Congratulations on being first. Oh my god, I'm sitting so straight up that I'm taking up too much camera space. Well, hello, welcome to a day of side questing. I had talked about, hey, I think I'm gonna, try and not blaze through the game, but try to keep a good pace through the game, and which means probably some side quests will suffer, but also, well. There's things I want to do. And I need to make sure that I have the experience in game to do them. And I did look up the one that I really want to do, and I actually already can go do it. But there was already something in this last mission that I wasn't able to do, and so I just want to go knock out a few more things, and then I should be good and not have to do what's it called? Yeah, there's a couple of side things actually related to what I want to do anyway that we haven't done. So happy Pride. I'm not even gonna try to click on first since Mim got it. Sup nerd. Yeah, Mim. So it turns out if you're in a voice call with someone and then you say, hey, I'm going to go stream by, or love you by specifically, it's easy for them to get first. Who knew? Mind the Reapers, true. Except the Reapers don't exist. They're just a myth. Duh. We're over here. Nope. That is... Nope. H to holster. I keep pressing shift to sprint because how many games is shift to sprint? It's spacebar in this game. Shift, it brings up the combat interface.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Uh-oh.
Commander, you look pale. Are you suffering any ill effects from the cipher?
I feel strange.
The cipher shook me up a bit.
I might be able to help you. I am an expert on the Protheans. If I join my consciousness to yours, maybe we can make some sense of it.
Damn, buy me dinner first, Liara. Go ahead.
Do it. Hurry. We don't have much time.
Tell me what the best class in the game is and why it's Vanguard.
Embrace eternity.
Because Vanguard is objectively the best. Even if in game 1 it doesn't have charge, or there's something in game 3 it gets as well that also super helps with it feeling like a real build. But yeah,
That was incredible. All this time, all my research...
I'll let Liara talk first.
I never dreamed.
But it's Vanguard.
I'm sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Did you see anything?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the commander's mind is incomplete.
So, I don't know the last time you played Mass Effect 1, Submitted, but it's Vanguard, when I was like, oh yeah, I'm playing Vanguard, and, started playing, and I'm like, man, this feels rough. I gotta put a bunch of points into pistols until, before I can even start upgrading my shotguns. There's no charge. What am I supposed to do? And so I actually looked it up between streams because I was like, I was like, this doesn't feel like the Vanguard I remember playing at all. And like the answer that I kept seeing was, well, first of all, yes, Vanguard in game 2 and 3 is a much better realized version of Vanguard than it was in game 1. And I saw 2 camps of advice. The first camp, which was too late because I had already made the character, was you should just play as Adept in game 1. And then the second piece of advice was max out barrier, and then at least you can run around shotgunning things and you don't instantly die. So maxed out barrier, and now I can run around shotgunning things and not instantly die. What's up, Marissa? Happy Friday. I don't know if Cal told you, but I played a little bit of Repo yesterday, and we kept talking about, like, I got run over at one point by Faith in the go-kart, and Cal was like, that's what Marissa would do. I was like, yes. Can't do damage if you're dead. Yeah, I was lurking. Nice. Hell yeah. We had fun. We'll have to get you in next time. I wasn't sure how many of my friends I should surprise Faith with all at once, but I definitely was like, all right, next time we're getting her in here. So hopefully you're down. Can't do damage if you're dead. Yeah, no, that's the fun part about Vanguard is, like, in later games you do, like, it's this very cool, very fun balancing act of, like, all right, I need to kill these things faster than they can kill me, and you get all these sweet tools to do it, and it's very fun, very, like, I will die, I'm going to die. Like, but, like, that's part of what makes it so fun, is, like, you are running this razor's edge of, like, I'm gonna kill you. If I don't, I'm probably dead. And it's definitely not the gameplay that it has in Mass Effect 1. You're definitely like, cool, I have mass barrier now. Nothing can kill me. It's fun to watch. Always enjoying. I love Repo so much. Nice. Yeah. No, it was fun. I hadn't played Repo. I actually hadn't played Repo since the cosmetic update at all. So we unlocked some of my first cosmetics yesterday while I was on Faith streams. It was me, Faith, and Kel. One of Faith's friends, Sam, was also supposed to play with us, but then, you know, Repo, small indie company, unironically small indie company. There, for some reason, Sam just couldn't join, and got a lovely jacket vest. It was actually, so it looked like a jacket vest when we went to get it. It's actually a button-up shirt. It's like with the pocket and everything. But, you know, it's my first cosmetic, so I gotta wear it. But yeah, on the preview, it definitely looked like a jacket vest. I think I even said it, so it makes sense. But all right, did you learn anything?
You must have seen something.
I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision, what was there at least, but something was missing. Saren must have the missing information. Maybe he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can...
Uh-oh.
I am sorry. The joining is exhausting.
The joining.
I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
It didn't tire me out. Jesus fucking Christ. Are you okay?
Dr. Chalkwash should take a look at you.
That will not be necessary. I just need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
Go ahead.
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Pharos report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Sure.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, Exogeny should have told us about the Thorian. It would have made your job much easier.
You might have been able to capture it for study instead of destroying it.
Better off this way.
The Thorian liked to enslave minds. Anyone who studied it would have ended up as one of its thralls.
Perhaps it's for the best then. At least the colony was saved.
Of course it was saved. Shepard would go to any lengths to help a human colony.
Whose colony have we not saved?
Being human had nothing to do with it. They were in trouble.
Admirable. But sometimes Spectres have to make sacrifices. I hope you're willing to do that when the time comes.
I'm going to be willing to do it.
We will be waiting for your next report.
Although, is it really going to be a sacrifice? Is it really going to be a sacrifice? Anyway, let's go chat with the homies. Because I haven't done that. I've tried once, but it was literally after we recruited everybody, and I don't think you've unlocked anything at that point. I don't know how much more I specifically need to do to unlock things. I guess I could have looked that up.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
Yes, we do.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
To the core. My core. Your core. United States. Marine Corps. Wait, wrong corps. I'm always surprised when people spell Marine Corps C-O-R-E, or they see the C-O-R-P-S and pronounce it Marine Corps. Like, I get it, but also, come on. Who hasn't seen those two words together and heard it as Marine Corps?
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
Fair enough.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
Every Marine is eventually a Marine Corps. Not true. Chesty Polar ascended directly into heaven. Checkmate. Do you know J.K.L. Harris spelled backward is cute? That is not true. It's Look. I can spell. Oh, so it's a palindrome because J.K.L. Harris Ford is also cute. I'm banning the both of you. I'm banning all three of you. Oh my god. I'm going to ban my entire chat? Can't believe this. Actually, can I really say I'm stinky today? I literally took like a long ass shower and then immediately got into clothes that were right out of the dryer. This might be the one day where I'm like, fuck, I actually can't say I'm stinky. Fuck. Worth it? How dare you? Hell yeah, ready to affect some masses? Hell yeah. What's up, Farrell? We're chatting up some homies. Maybe doing some side quests. And by maybe, I mean definitely doing some side quests.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
Played yourself, I know.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face.
You shower once every 3 years, and suddenly you're like, fuck, maybe I'm not stinky anymore. Still stinky.
Cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What was he doing? Shepard.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. Couple of the mercs called him by name, but
What a
he
great
never spoke
comparison.
to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a real
You know,
bad
exaggerating for effect is
so I got the
a very
hell out.
useful tool
Didn't
for
need to get paid.
something. That's it?
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
Oof. Tell me more about the genophage.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know? It makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
What?
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
I see.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Wait. I might have to do some Googling. Before I do that, I said I'd talk to the homies.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
Of course.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Why? Wait, why is it only those two? We've got 4 on board. Because they're not Alliance?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems.
I don't think I should give you free rein to live.
That's enough, Chief. You always second-guess your superiors?
Ma'am, no ma'am. I'm sorry, I was out of line. I'll get back to my duties, Commander.
Thank God that's over. Anyway.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
What's up, homie?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Such as?
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers.
Have you had to make the choice yet?
Help people.
No.
I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was
No.
C-Sec, one of the best. Grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big
No.
match. He's taken my resignation pretty hard.
Let's just say that conversation doesn't happen if I've made the choice. No, never mind. I can spell it now. I'm back to being Big Stinky. No matter what Cass or Al says.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
A Spectre?
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted.
What about what Mass Effect says? It says 9K3 Harris or Harry.
He despises the Spectres.
Actually, like Ashley, she has an interesting artist character.
He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
So Ashley made it through all 3 games with me in my one full playthrough. She certainly grows from that conversation. Like, and I do like that. But also, like, man, it's one of those things of back then I didn't think twice about it. And now that I think about it, I'm like, well, yeah, it's a product of its time. But it's very much a product of its time. And I'm unfortunately at the point where I just deal with so much casual racism every day in so many weird and random ways that, like, yes, it's realistic to have it exist in video games, but also I don't need realistic in my video games. And so, like, that's where it's tough. It's like there's a level of escapism that I'm hoping to get out of these games, and it's weird because, like, don't get me wrong, it's right there in my fucking bio. My BattleNet tag is Elfbane. If you gift, I think it's if you gift 5 subs or more, you get greeted with the "listen to me, you knife-eared piece of shit." Like, I'm no stranger to fantasy racism and all that, but her character just goes a little bit extra, and it's just, and it's, again, it's good that these super complicated characters exist. And it's not that I think the devs were wrong for making a character like her. It's just hard for, I just am not, I don't enjoy hearing it as much as I once did. And not because, and again, I don't think it speaks about the devs. If anything, it speaks about the devs that they're like, hey, we need to make sure we have characters like this because these people would fucking exist. Spoiler alert for Mass Effect 2. That's like one of the central things we're going to be dealing with Mass Effect 2 is humanity first. But yeah, it's certainly is, you know, I don't dislike that Ashley exists. I'm also not super keen on interacting with her too much in this game. I don't judge either way. I'll certainly, like, when people are like, "Oh, this is too heavy-handed," or like, I'll certainly, in my mind, there's things of how people complain about it that I clock, and I'm like, "Oh, this hits a little too home for you, doesn't it?" And you don't like that this person that is racist is also being portrayed as a bad guy, don't you? But, like, that's kind of the extent of my judging. Sometimes. Anyway, I see.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Not true. Hell yeah. Me and Milquetoast Liberal gets to make my fucking Shepard into a Milquetoast Liberal. We could beat them by using the system, I promise. I swear.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
I'm being a little harsh on myself. I'm not completely milquetoast, but I'm definitely no. I want to fucking use the system to beat them. I don't like. I'm certainly a believer in if you try to stoop to their level, like, they're just gonna beat you with experience. But I also recognize that bloodless revolutions are very, very rare in history. Very, 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 very rare.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
You sound down.
Are you okay?
How you been? I've been okay. I've been okay.
Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet.
I'll answer more in a second, Cass. Like right now. Last 2 Fridays, there's like a local veterans group that's just been doing coffee at a local veteran-owned coffee shop, and it's been good to go to. I'm constantly surprised at, like, for something that's is incredibly chill. It's like in low key, like, one of the veterans there is also the head of the local Vietnam veterans group, which is a fairly notable, like, or like Vietnam Veterans of America is a like very sizable org that has some clout, and he's the local president or local chapter president. Another person is one of the veteran service officers for the county and is constantly like helping shape county policy for veterans. Another guy there who's a veteran, his wife works for the city and in policy, and so it's like definitely keep going with it, or I'm interested in keeping going of like, oh, this is just like a cool place to just hang out with other veterans who are more my age. Like, yeah, I know I just mentioned a Vietnam veteran, but like everyone else there is Afghanistan, Iraq veteran. But like also it's like one of the things of like, they were talking about how to write a charter grant today, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like like, holy shit. I'm like, this is where it should be if I want to get involved in that part. And my dad's a former city council member, like, and has been interested in shaping, or always had an interest in shaping policy, and so like I'm no stranger to politics, and certainly as a veteran my entire existence is politicized, so I figure if it's going to be politicized, whether or not I care, I might as well try to use it to my advantage. But it's been interesting and cool. So yeah, had that. Actually, one other cool thing today that I've got to do, which just sounds so silly, but like I have an appointment next week to get base access, because I'm eligible. I've been eligible for base access for years, and there's a base near me that I can go do tax-free shopping on, but also they have like weekly events that I can go to, that I'm eligible to go to, even though I'm no longer in, have been in for years. But one of the things that I need to do is print out a couple documents, and I was able to use my local library to do that. And I don't have a printer, and I've been paying to print things for years, and this time around was like, hey, you have this benefit because you have your library card, right? I'm like, oh. And yeah, was in and out of the library in 10 minutes and got to print something for free, and just reminded me how awesome a resource your local library is. And I have no idea if your local libraries are the same as mine. I mean, obviously all of them are different, but yeah, use them. They're a fantastic resource, and you're already paying for them with your tax dollars probably, so might as well take advantage. Anyway, Cass, I hope you're doing well. That was kind of a long-winded answer, but it was, yeah. I'm not usually doing this much on a Friday before stream. Usually I'm like, wake up at 9:30, then by 11 probably have rolled out of bed so I could feed Buster, and then 1 o'clock I'm like, oh yeah, I should eat before stream. Anyway, it's too quiet to sleep.
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
I know this is supposed to illustrate how crowded the Quarian ships are, but also I can't help but think, oh yeah, this ship probably should have more people, but that's a whole lot of characters that have to be rendered if we do that, and especially back in 2007. That's tough. Been good, not been up to much though. Been playing some Far Far West. Ooh, Kel. Kel's been playing a lot of Far Far West. Hell Sent Mars, further up in the chat, has been streaming some Far Far West as well. And then Squid, who raided me Wednesday, has been playing Far Far West. It looks fun. At this point, I'm like, games like that, if they go on sale, I'll consider picking them up. But I have like so many games like that I've like put a decent amount of time to and reached the point that I'm like, cool, I'm done. That I'm like, do I want to grind another one? Hell yeah, Far Far West Mansion. Wait, that reminds me. I was looking for that emote. Oh, you don't have it. Damn it. Did you have that emote at one point? Or was it Cal? I feel like one of you two had that emote at one point. For the Debbie emote. And I was trying to use the other day and could not for the life of me find it on either of yours. I was like, damn it. I just used a regular smirk.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting.
Yeah, no, I moused over and realized it was not yours.
It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who
What's up, Wolfman?
pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened.
How's the real streamer? He's good.
Maybe they just
He's
want a different life.
he's snoozing on my dining room table right now. It's nice and cool on the table. It's nice in here. It is very warm outside. By the time, like, about an hour and a half ago is when I got home, and the thermometer on my car was reading 85 degrees, and it's just supposed to get warmer. But luckily this place seems to keep out heat fairly well. I say as I have my my freaking ring light on to make it so I'm so I'm not too much darker than my background. And so it'll get warmer in here eventually, but for now it's fine. And I do have the AC set in case it gets too warm in here. It's about like 80 where I am right now. Yeah, it's warm. It's summer now.
You do plan to return
But
to
yeah.
the migrant fleet, right?
Buster.
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Buster, obviously he's a very fluffy guy, so I gotta brush him a lot more. That, like, especially during the summer. But he likes that it's warm, because then at night I try to open things up to help get some cold air in, and that's his excuse to then say, "Oh, I want to go outside." I did actually the other night. I knew I had nowhere to be, so I was like, "Fuck it, let's try this." I opened the front door and let him walk outside, and he's reaffirmed every time he gets out. It reaffirms my oh fuck, he cannot be an outdoor cat, because he's got no survival instinct whatsoever, and has no interest in bolting, is too interested in sniffing everything. But it make it easy to just let him go out the front door, and I walked with him as he sniffed stuff for like 20 minutes, and then brought him back in because he started to go under a bush that was going to be a pain in the ass for me to get him out from under. And then he was upset because he was like, "I want to go back out again." I'm like, "Buddy, it is 1:30 in the morning. We spend way too much time. Like, I'm going to bed late already because I wanted to let you have some outside time." And so then he meowed for like an hour at me. But, you know, he got over it. But it reaffirmed that, hey, I think I can do this, where we just walk outside for a little bit together, and he's too busy sniffing anything to actually want to run away from me. You got the ring light so we can more easily see your cute face? I mean, I got the ring light so you can more easily see my face. and maybe it'll look cute because it's properly lit, and you know, good lighting helps whatever this is. But anyway,
I should go.
See you later.
oh my god, a streamer not watching Summer Game Fest. Crank, Mim wanted me to. And then I looked at the games that were, at least on Steam, were showing up, and I'm like, I'm not super interested. I'm super interested in the Xbox showcase on Sunday, but I'm not streaming Sunday, so. Literally 90% of my follow list are? Yeah, a good amount of my follow list was too. Which honestly, like, makes my decision a little bit easier of, I don't have to do that, because there's so many places people can go to do that. Now, that being said, like, totally get people want to do it for their own purposes of, like, I want to see what's coming next. So, I'm you know, I'm not going to talk shit about anyone who's doing it, because probably someone's doing it for views, but for the most part, I think people are doing it because they're genuinely excited. One of my friends is watching it, so I have half an ear tuned in, but yeah, what was it? I looked at, like, Steam has a list of games that I assume this is what's getting covered at this point. And I looked at the list, and nothing, like, jumped out at me of, like, oh, fuck, I can't wait to see, like, this is the game I've been waiting for. So, I guess, like, you know, to make it painfully clear, Sunday morning, apparently they're going to talk about Fable. And I fucking love Fable. Played all 3 games. I've been waiting for this reboot for a long time. Literally, like, there's a content creator I follow, and started who like you know, doing Let's Plays, and I started following her because when she first started making content, she was on the creative team for Fable. She's since moved on from that job, but like, I was like, oh my god, looking for anything of like, oh, Fable news and stuff like that. It's like, Fable artist reacts to, or like plays something, plays Bloodborne for the first time. I think is one of the first time I saw her. As a white man, I hate AI for appropriating my culture of being confidently wrong about things while using Reddit as a primary source. Brian, don't call me Brian, Kibler. Thank you, Amu, for posting that Brian, don't call me Brian, Kibler quote. Crank is so thick. Oh, my 70 TV emotes are broken in. Uh-oh. I heard Fable got delayed. I think we knew that before this showcase, that Fable has been delayed again. Which is starting to really concern me, because obviously if a game gets delayed, it needs a delay. Like, there's no question about that. But games can only get delayed so many times before, like, there are some games you could delay 30 years and it's not enough to fix all the problems with it. And definitely games that get repeatedly delayed, I can't think of one that has been able to recover from that. True allies will give me $20 each for Pride Month. What's up, Alfie? I have seen that as your status all week. Unfortunately, I'm a shitty ally. How are you doing? Also, local news. I'm back home, but I'm off to Friday Night Magic. I'll see you later. Mass Effect? Wait, which Mass Effect got massively delayed? Unless it's GTA 6? Nah. I've heard that it's bad, and anyone that works on it is lazy and terrible person, and definitely won't say rar X3 nuzzles pounces on you. See, as my status is giving me $20. Canceled on Twitter. Joke's on you. Anyone that's still on Twitter should be canceled anyway. Bet point. That's why I'm on Blue Sky. The fuck? Get on Blue Sky, nerds. Do you have threads? No. Because that requires having an Instagram, and I deleted my Instagram like 14 years ago. 15 years ago now. Shit. Hot take, but I don't think GTA 6 is going to be as good as it's anticipated to be. I don't know if that's that hot of a take. People are, I feel, like we're not going to name names here, but I do know someone on the dev team, and they have, you know, I trust them enough to be like, you know what, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. It's going to be as good as everyone hopes it'll be, and I'll enjoy myself. But I think, you know, once a game gets delayed this many times, you've got to have a healthy skepticism of what's going to happen. I have threads because I keep getting clickbait things I want to read. Oh, yeah. Well, honestly, not having an Instagram account is rough. There, like locally, there's more than a few businesses that will post any news about their business on Instagram. And it is a pain in the ass to get to if you don't have an Instagram account. Mr. Random play Horizon Zero Dawn again. I saw you doing that. I hope you're having fun. We're having a great Friday. You two, like, hope, like I said, I'm excited. Not that you could probably hear me, but I'm excited, like, to hear what your favorites of the Summer Games Fest are, because I know you're watching it right now. Why is my Shepard bald? Okay, she's not bald. She's got a little bit of hair. And the reason is when we were going to make her, I mentioned, oh, we can put in a code for her appearance. Does anyone have any fun codes for us to do it for her appearance? And someone decided JKL Harris is cute should be our code. And it got turned into 9K3 Harris I9 cute 111 111 111 111 111 111 111 and this is what came out. But see, this is what happens when you call JKL Harris cute. Buzz cut, no eyebrows is a choice. Also, her name is Shepard. I'm covering that, but her name is Shepard. Diva forgot her face accessories. Diva don't need her face accessories. She's here to kill Geth and maybe some Krogans and some Asari and a lot of oh my god, a lot of no. Chewbacca, she's all out. True. Okay, let's talk to Kaden. Shepard, but the first Shepard is pronounced Shepard.
Commander, do you have a minute?
I'm listening.
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is trading people to aliens for some kind of lost knowledge, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
She's here to chew mass and affect some mass, and we're all out of mass. I've got enough mass for all of us. Where's my husband, Garrus? He's downstairs. Alfie, you missed it. I had to ask the important question of, is Garrus too much of a cop for us to date? And thankfully, cooler heads prevailed. But I needed to be talked off the ledge. Cop? Look. He wanted to he wanted to go around the regulations of taking down Saren. Or want to go you know, cut some corners of police work to take down Saren. And I just had to ask the question. I've been talked off that ledge, but I had to ask a question.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. It's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
No, Garrus is special and can do no wrong except kiss other women. Alfie, as much as I want you to hang out, and I enjoy hanging out with you, Garrus might be doing some wrong on this playthrough.
Well, you're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
It hasn't happened
I
yet.
read a lot of those books when I was a kid.
Things could change. Things could change.
Loves or, you know, for justice. Maybe I was
But I've never done a FemShep playthrough.
after brain camp.
And if I'm doing my first FemShep playthrough,
Acclamation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream.
he's the one they're talking about when they say fuck cops.
Sorry.
There's two ways to say fuck cops.
Protocol
There's
wasn't a big focus.
fuck cops, which is how we talk about most cops, and then there's fuck cops when it's how we talk about Garrus. I get it. Oh, you can kiss him, it's okay? Okay. Don't worry, Alfie, you're in good company in my chat.
Tell me about it.
Chat spicy, I like it here. For some reason, talking about Garrus gets everybody a lot more involved. It's weird.
We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Me kiss other women, meaning in my game save where I'd have to kill them and they save me. Gets everyone acting up. True. Although maybe not as much acting up as the concept art of Saren. Barrel and Squid were well, I was gonna end stream anyway, but if I wasn't gonna end stream anyway, I might have had to end stream just so I could tell them both to take cold showers after the Saren concept art after we looked at that on stream. You thought it was accidental?
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Canadians...
Alfie appears every couple of months to yell her thoughts. Yep.
Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school.
And we appreciate it every time.
You know you're out on Jump Zero.
Sounds rough. Go on.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened.
The Ashley conversation where Shepard said she doesn't think kissing Turians is necessary always has me saying no, but it will happen. I'm surprised Ben hasn't modded me yet. I don't... How do I put this? I am well aware what I'm asking, or I feel like I'm asking a lot when I mod someone. I say as Cass is modded and all he does is use it to redeem call J.K. Harris cute. But like genuinely, I also know, like I've had the conversation. I know if I need Cass here and Cass could be here, Cass will be here. I'm the number one mod. Absolutely. Is what I say when Crank and Splash aren't here. Or PvP. Or Blind. But, like, I've, you know, been in chats where, like, I got modded and I'm like, why? Like, I'll do it, but, like, you know, buy me dinner first. Which DTN did, so now I'm modded as shit. But, like, again, I totally understand. Some people are, you know, like, hey, I'm modding you because you're my friend. And, like, if you're there and you can take care of something, great. But, like, and I have nothing against people that do that. And I'm certainly mods in some of those channels because of that. But I don't know. I feel like I'm asking a lot when I mod someone, so I like that to be like an actual conversation of like, hey, I'm modding you, but also top of the evening. What's up, Hari? Good top of the morning to you. Love to be using good fun my modding abilities. Oh, absolutely. Faith, when Faith modded me in her chat, my first response was, all I'm gonna do is pin messages from like one of her VIPs who like absolutely has a good relationship with, but sometimes he'll poke fun at her, and you know that's part of their relationship. And I said, all I'm gonna do is pin those messages from him, and she's like, okay. Love to pin crazy messages. Yeah. Morning, it's midnight here. Yeah, which means it's past midnight, which is the morning, sort of. But yes, pinning crazy messages, great way to mod abuse. 003, exactly. 3 minutes into the morning.
I wanted to get to know you a little better. That's all. Thanks for the talk, Caden.
Well, you're welcome, ma'am. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
Weird champ. Wait, hold on. Caden, you're cool. I'm not trying to romance you. Because there's some Turian Ossi downstairs that I am trying to romance. I'm not at a point of no return, right? Where I like click one of these and all of a sudden I'm locked into Caden. Actually, spoiler alert, probably not.
No, I don't. We'll talk again later.
I'll need some time to process that, Commander.
Shit.
But yeah, I'd like
fuck. I didn't even get Paragon for that. This is terrible. I fucked up. Also, I guess Happy Pride and Happy Men's Health Month. Yeah, Happy Pride, Happy Men's Health Month. The two, in my mind, are tied together because, man, has my mental health been improved by my friends getting to love who they want. And so that's why, even though my mental health is obviously the thing that I personally deal with, I still lead with Happy Pride because that's the thing that's helped my mental, like, that's not the thing that's helped my mental health the most, but my mental health isn't where it is if I haven't been able to support Pride. So I absolutely will acknowledge Men's Mental Health Month. Men's mental health in general is frankly worldwide and not specific to the US, but also specific to the US, is a thing that is still grossly underfunded and not taken care of. But Pride is absolutely one of the ways that that has helped not just bring awareness to mental health in LGBTQ communities, but also in general open up. Pride is, to me, one of the things Pride has done that helps everyone, regardless of like even us straight folks, is it's helped break down a lot of gender roles, social roles, all that stuff, which that's been a huge barrier to men's mental health. And so, yeah. To me, if Pride does what it's, what it's supposed to, then Men's Mental Health Month just becomes Mental Health Month. Can't believe you're cheating. I know. I'm sorry. He'll try. You turn him down. He's really hard on the it's nice. I think we need to be better to talk about our feelings and help them matter what they can. Yeah. That's not. Oh, it's absolutely. There's people that like to paint the mental health issues, and especially men's mental health issues, as a US only thing, and it's very funny because it's like, yes, there's a lot of problems with the US healthcare, and mental health is certainly one of them. But even in countries with universal healthcare, mental health is, there's still a lot of private practice for mental health in those countries because the state doesn't take it seriously. Big hugs for all my gays and theys. Abso-fucking-lutely. You know, obviously, if that helps you. That's the other thing. I'm a hugger, and I've definitely had to learn of, hey, make sure you're asking for your hug, because not everyone's a hugger. I don't want to talk to you. I want to bug her. Ad break is starting soon. Fine. We won't talk to her. We'll run this ad. We'll be back in 3 minutes. See everyone soon. Get up, stretch, get some water. Do a 2-minute chore that you've been pushing off. Trust me, there's some chores you can do in 2 minutes. And I'll see everyone soon. Hey, I know I said I'm going to ad break, and I am running the ad. Francis, I see you over on YouTube. I'm gonna take this seriously. If you're joking, please tell me. But I am gonna take this seriously. I'm a Marine veteran, and I got out because of depression, and I've been struggling with it for a number of years. I can't tell you it gets easier, because it hasn't for me. And I feel like I'd be lying to you if I said that. But there are people that love you. I know this because I keep finding out there are people that love me, and I feel fairly unlovable. And, you know, I am proud of you for, if this is serious, which I'm choosing to believe it is, I'm proud of you for voicing it and not just hiding it. I hope that you voicing it is the first step to, or is a step to getting help, because this is not something that will fix itself, or that you can fix on your own. No family, no money, no friends, no nothing. That's a really hard place to be, Francis. I'm really sorry to hear that. I don't know where you are in this world. Non-existence might have an amen. But you do exist. You exist in my chat right now. That's important to me. I mean, do you see how many people are in my YouTube chat right now? It's you. That's a huge deal to have anyone in my YouTube chat. So you're definitely not nothing. Unfortunately, I am terribly undereducated on how I can specifically help you. And certainly I don't know enough about you to be able to give any specific advice.
And his name is John C.
But Francis, here, we'll go to this because the ad break is over. On Twitch. I've been at really low points, which is terrible reassurance because I am certainly well aware of looking at other people that have been at low points and been like, what the fuck? Like, if they were at a low point, then what am I gonna do? But I am proud of you for willing to talk about it. You're definitely not no one. I wouldn't do this for no one. And I don't know what will bring you comfort, certainly. Hopefully this conversation does. If not, I understand. I'm just some fucking random stranger on the internet that you've found on YouTube for whatever reason. And again, that means a lot to me. Like, it's genuinely. And now people are going to YouTube chat. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, Francis, if you want to hang out and watch some Mass Effect while I do dumb shit and some side quests today, it would be my honor to hang out with you. If this is making you uncomfortable, I apologize. No two people are the same, and approaching it, there's no one good way to approach everyone, and I know how I would want to do it, and I'm also aware that this might be off-putting, so but this is how I want to do it. So yeah, let's get back to the Mass Effect. But I'm thinking about you, Francis, and hope you're doing okay. And I know you're not doing okay. I shouldn't have said that. I know you're not doing okay. The depressed and wanting to die painlessly is a very tough thing to say. It's a very tough place to be. And not Hari putting a fucking Batman quote in my YouTube chat. Now I gotta deconstruct how Batman is a not good person. I mean, he's something billionaire that could solve a lot of problems by spending his money, and he doesn't. He just does it by beating up mooks instead. Anyway, let's get back to the Mass Effect. Because unfortunately, I'm not trained in how to. I've tried to talk people's off ledges before, but I'm not trained in it. I'm no good at it. Well, I'm not going to say I'm no good at it, but there's a chasm between where I'm at in my ability and, trained professionals being able to do it. And I think trying to take too much of that on is a recipe of failure for me and for that person, or for any person that wants that help. Was Alfred who said it? You know what? Based. Alfred's based. He wasn't a cop, he was military, therefore he's okay. But I'll be keeping an eye on chat in case Francis says something else. Let's talk to Liara. Also, hello Splash. Sorry, you came at a weird time. I promise I am excited to see you. Just yeah.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
Alfred is fine. Exactly. Yeah. Farrell and I are on the same page of this. Great person trying. I am here because of great people who tried. I'm trying to be someone like them. I saw someone with a helmet on that reminded me of Batman and said the ears on top. They were riding a motorcycle on my way home. Nice. I was worried.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Couldn't hear very well. No, don't worry about it. It was in YouTube chat. Like, not to say YouTube chat's lesser, just you guys are. I'm the one that can see both chats. That's not something I expect any of you guys to do. I'll read anything that gets posted over there, and by anything I mean everything. Thank you, Amu dad jokes. But it's certainly not something I expect of people.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I'd like to talk about you. Wait a minute. Legendary Edition, I can't... They did make it so in Legendary Edition I can, you know, bump uglies with Garrus, right? Because I didn't get to do the I'd like to talk about you thing with him, and I've gotten to do it with Kaden and Liara. Came in after Adstock for having a hard to heart with Liara. I was just happy to be here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was... Yeah, sorry. It was literally as I, like, turned off the camera for ads, I saw the first message popped up in YouTube chat, and I was like, I can't leave this. You can, I know you can in 2. I just, for some reason, thought I'd heard they added it in 1 for Legendary Edition as well. But maybe I'm wrong.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me?
Tell me about the
I
time
am afraid I'm not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sally and One, he's just your bro? Wait. Oh, shit. I unironically thought they had added, retroactively added it to 1, like with Legendary Edition. Oh. Why does the sun never set here in June, though? Because you live fucking close to the North Pole. There's a reason that one of the hits of last summer was a Swedish person writing a song called Midnight Sun.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers. But I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau.
BRB?
I
Okay.
found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
Why is that?
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
Which technically places me north of Edmonton. Yeah, I'm assuming Canada. Definitely, that puts further north than anywhere in the U.S., that's for damn sure. Spilled some of my drink all over myself? Did you splash it all over yourself? Hari and I made the same joke. Damn it. It's not foolish.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Took me too long to get the joke? It's fine. You got there. I'm fascinating?
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard.
She's so cute when she's flustered.
Specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Live 5 hours, drive sail for the greatest naval battle in history? You don't live 5 hours sailing from the Battle of Midway. No, I'm kidding. How do you classify greatest naval battle in history? The Battle of Jutland. Like, I'm sure you actually have a way of classifying it that way. It's just interesting.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Did I romance her in game 1 in my male Shep playthrough? I actually don't remember. But man, she's certainly my... I understand how problematic the manic pixie dream girl type is, but damn, have I fallen for it time and time again. I can't play these games. I'd romance everyone. Largest naval battle in history by number of ships, number of personnel involved. I'm like genuinely curious. Like, maybe it's both. All right. Goodbye.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Okay. I feel like I'm supposed to have been able to get some side quests from all these conversations I just had. But apparently not. Romance her in 1 and Garrison 2 for the Paramore achievement, and it was interesting. 250 ships and 100,000 personnel involved. Holy shit. Look, I'm a United States Marine. If it didn't happen with the Pacific or World War II, then, well, there's other ones that happened as well. But that is certainly the major part of my education of military history. Well, I said we'd be doing a side quest today, so let's go knock out some of these side quests. You know, I haven't talked to you in a long time.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
They're on our side, you...
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
XO? XO?
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Jesus fucking Christ. First my chief, now my XO?
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
That gave me Renegade with points? Don't give a shit. Oh, I should probably actually look at where no, not codex, journal, investigate samples, Metano system in the Maroon Sea cluster. Okay, let's do that one first. Local cluster, Texas cluster, Maroon Sea. I can't go to that star. Fuck. Yes, we're traveling to the system. Sent you a photo from my garden right now, direct north of Discord. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry. I read that you said it. I think you understand why I didn't immediately go read at the time, but I do want to go look at it real quick. Yep, it's midnight. It is. You said that to me 10 minutes after midnight your time, and that is the sun still up. All right, we gotta figure out which fucking planet this thing's on. We'll start at here. Have I even unlocked what I can do with all these resources I'm finding? I actually don't know. Inti, are we gonna have 2 in a red for some sweet discard synergies? It is 2 in a red, right? He's not 1 in a red, is he? Jask is a large but low density world, fundamentally similar to its inner neighbor in Inti. Tidally locked. All right, the lads. The Mako. At least there's grass here. All right, where are we going? Go towards this anomaly first? Sure. Don't get choppy on me, game. Will be even worse than next week? Yeah, no, yeah, that definitely seemed like, hey, we're 2 weeks away from the equinox, and already. Or less than 2 weeks. When is the equinox this year? The 21st. Oh! I guess it is. I don't want to say always that late, but I guess it is more than halfway through the month. Always the 21st. Oh. Well, that shows how dumb I am. Are you kidding me? Get me out of it. No. Thank you. What the f... Oh, I see. I'm just I'm now looking at the, Can I go around? I don't think I can. I think there's not enough... Summer solstice. Yeah. Because for some reason thought there's a little variety in it, but I guess it makes sense that there isn't, because there's 365 days in a year, because that's how long, well, 365.4 or 2.25 days in the year, and that's because how long it takes to get around the sun, and so it makes sense that the day... Am I able to go around? But it's the same day every year that it's the longest, because, yeah. Depends how many star bombs detonate. Okay. Please.
You need to turn back, Commander. You're going beyond the range of the operational area.
I'm going around so I don't... I can go through this fucking valley, other than going through whatever the hell those mountains were. Joker. Okay. If I can get up this... Solstice and equinox flips. Summer and winter solstice, long and shortest day of the year. Spring and autumn equinox, day and nights are the same length. Ah, yeah. Do I go up over here? Why? Like, my frames are taking a beating, right? Like, if they are, it's definitely not just because of the stream. It is because of the game. Why is this the part that's like... Yeah, we can't handle all this. Is it the grass? Oh my god, if it's the grass. This is the game telling me I'm not allowed to touch grass. What the fuck? Sure, take all this. What the... Prothean data disk recovered. There are several small Prothean artifacts in the crate, including an intact Prothean data disk. Appears to be in excellent condition. Wait, was that what I came here for? Oh, that is a lot of... Nope. Maybe. Whoo! Not even close. Okay. Well. One thing here is, though, if I take the photo direct south, it's pitch blocked. Nice. Civilian structure. Civilian structure science facility. Okay. Well, let's head towards that debris. Unless... Oh my god. I don't think I'm going to this pyramid. I guess I can check. Nope. That's not even what it was here for. I have to find more oh my god. I don't know if we're doing that one. Whee! Oh shit, I'm gonna flip. Oh, I was about to say, if I flip again. There's resources on the other side of this hill, and I don't know if I can get over to them. Oh, nope. Come on, game. Come on, Mako. There we go. There's a bug! Oh. Wait, is there more than one bug? I don't want to fight more. We're saving here, so we have to come all the fucking way. God, I think there's 2 bugs.
Looks deserted.
I've got a bad feeling about this. The entire colony must have been transformed.
Okay, no bugs, just husks. Got a bad feeling about this. Are those? Nope, they're just what they're transformed from. Okay. Hey! Cool, we don't have to load the entire fucking interior as well. Sweet. Cool. Like shooting husks in a barrel. Dude, this running in circles thing is kind of funny. I'm curious what causes them to do that. Uno más. So where's my manners? Let me return the favor. Hello. To Splash. Hello to Splash. Right. Where are you running down? Over there? Cool. I think I can put this away. Clear. Yes, give me all this.
Let's get moving.
Fine. No. There we go. Sludge canister? Why are 2 pistols and a sniper rifle hanging out in a sludge canister? There's a containment cell? Oh, I'm sure there's... Oh, never mind. the things I've been shooting. I was like, I'm sure there's nothing bad in the containment cell. Can I open this? I can. Hell yeah. Ooh. That a better shotgun? It's worse in every single way, even though it's a 7. I hate this game. It probably fires faster or something like that, and it just doesn't translate very well. Metagel. Can I get a fucking grenade? What if... Oh, I can get up there. A grenade! Nope. Let me up. Why am I able to get up here? Is it so I can just get down over here? Really? Huh. Oh, the malfunction object. Kinetic stabilizer. Cool.
Area secured.
I'm assuming you said that because that means I've looted everything. So I'm not gonna think about this too much, and let's get the fuck out of here. Alright. Can I get to these resources? Successfully surveyed a large deposit of beryllium. Gives me XP, area map, and money. You like money. Okay. Did I... Okay, so I gotta search for more clues to finish this side quest. There's debris back here. We'll do this real quick. In manual bypass. That is a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit. Woo. Ding? Ding. Okay, level up my charm. Oh, there. I've unlocked medium armor. Okay. Lift unlocked. Sweet. That's all I wanted out of that. I want to keep saving my 2 points to max out my charm whenever I get it. Oh my god. Cool. We can now give him better armor. Rex. We can now give better armor. Okay, cool. So, equipment. Less shields, but way more damage reduction and way more tech biotic. So yeah. And Rex. Oh my god, so much better. And yeah, we've gotten... I think the medium armor I just took off of him is the only medium armor I've had. That's... reminds me of World of Warcraft, like... You, at least when the game first came out, there were a couple of classes that switch armor types they were wearing, like level 40, I think it was, when all of them switched. And the game was balanced around you like immediately switching, but you certainly like still needed to get the drops of the better gear, which didn't always happen immediately. And I definitely remember the first character I hit level 60 with was a warrior named Elfbane, hence where my battle tag comes from. And I think I hit 60 still wearing a piece of male gear because, well, first of all, it was 2006. I hit 60 in 2006, started playing in 2005. Didn't know any better, but also, didn't understand why it was so much better. But also, like, I don't think I genuinely got a better piece of gear. What team do you root for in European football? I guess there is a league in Germany that plays football, right? But I know what you mean. I kid. I don't really have a team that I pull for. Yeah, no, not the Bundesliga. They play soccer. I'm talking about football. I don't really have a team I root for. Like I grew up loving sports, like watching it. My first memory of watching a sports game ever is watching the 49ers beat the Chargers in the Super Bowl, and it's been downhill for me as a Niners fan ever since. Got to watch a lot of Giants. Got to watch 3 Giants World Series, bunch of Warriors, Golden State Warriors, NBA championships. But it's gotten a little harder for me over the years to enjoy sports. I played football and lacrosse in high school, and certainly, there's a huge discussion to be had of like especially as a veteran of like how much CTE I've had in my life, and how much of that can be attributed to the military, and how much of that happened before I joined the military. And it's made it harder for me to watch like any sport, because even non-contact sports like soccer and basketball, you still absolutely get head injuries from. And like baseball, I've talked before about how one of my favorite Giants of all time is Buster Posey. It's one of the Buster was named Buster when I adopted him, but one of the reasons I kept the name was because of Buster Posey. And Buster Posey, there was a rule change in Major League Baseball because of Buster Posey repeatedly getting head injuries, and so it is certainly a thing that makes it hard to watch sports. When I really enjoyed playing the FIFA games, is when Thierry Henry was super big, and so obviously enjoyed playing as him in FIFA and playing as Arsenal. And I think the other time that I played FIFA a lot was when Didier Drogba was very good, and it was it was very flashy and sweet to play as. So probably around that time, I'm like, yeah, sure, Chelsea. But I've never really had a European team. I used to play ice hockey, probably got CTE. Yeah. Drogba only had one good season. Shit. That shows how little I know about him. But like I'm aware of things. I'm aware, aware of the derby. I'm aware when like, but I've in general, my sports fandom has come down a long way, and unfortunately, that means I don't really have a team in Europe for soccer, American football, or European football, I guess, that I root for. Probably like, I'm aware of teams in other leagues. I'm aware of AC Milan, aware of Real Madrid, Barcelona. I'm Bayern Munich. My sister, when my sister got married, her now ex-husband, but then fiance, invited me along to the bachelor party, in the hotel we were staying at. Like, the room next to us was a bunch of guys who were part of like the under 21 or under 19 Bayern Munich team or something like that. Like, we thought they were fucking with us, and then looked up their names later and saw their pictures on the ESPN website. We're like, oh fuck. All America's rooting for the Spurs except New York. You're telling me that I'm rooting for a French person? Slash, are you telling me that? Yes, proper football, you actually play with your feet. I played plenty of football with my feet. Ran on them. Once or twice maybe stepped on a person with them. Rex, yes. Anyway. Oh yeah. Did I spend... Okay, I spent all the points besides mine. That's fine. We. Back to the mock. I know, and back to all the frames dropping, because who knows how big this area is. Tottenham Hotspurs is a Jewish club. So funny. I recently read a book, or I guess listened to the audiobook, I should actually say, by a British Jewish comedian, talking about that, and talking about the racism around that. And man, it did not endear me to Tottenham at all. And I'm not blaming the club necessarily. I don't know enough about the club to say whether or not it's their fault, but yeah, I learned about that recently, and yeah, did not make me interested. Hate to ask. So you didn't go into great detail about it, because it wasn't the point of the book. Like, more the point of the book was pointing out some inconsistencies of how, like, anti-Semitism is covered in the media versus other forms of racism. But the long story short is, where Tottenham is in a traditionally, from my understanding, it's a traditionally Jewish part of London, but obviously not all the fans are Jewish, but they still identify, but in a weird fucking way. And most racist club in the world. How do you qualify most racist? What the fuck? I should probably pull out the shotgun. see. I was like, why? Feel the above explained. Try to plant a bomb under the club's president's car because they want to sign an error player. I mean, I'm not saying that's not racist, because it absolutely is, but also that alone is certainly not enough to label any club as the most racist. And I'm sure it's not the only thing. I'm not saying it, but that's just a weird qualifier to put. I mean, because there's also the, like, racism isn't a competition, fortunately and unfortunately. Spare time, look up Beta Jerusalem Ultras La Familia. Okay. Also, Tottenham reasons because of proximity, so it is correct. Yeah. The weirdness around it was like one of those things that I'm like, it got explained in the book, and it was one of those things of like, holy fuck, that's what the fuck. And one of those things of, it was bad enough that I was like, all right, that's bad. And I don't feel like I want to spend any more time thinking about it. Astavia too. Okay, that's everything, I think. I don't think there's... I'm still only up to 5 grenades. There's crate. Grenades seem to be really annoying to come by. I guess... Well, no, like, this is a combat section. Like, I'm not saying you have to replace, like, it has to be that any place that I'd use a grenade, you have to replace it. But, like, I've not used any grenades. I'm still not maxed out. And I've just cleared 2 buildings. Like, what? One dead husk. 2 dead husk. So if I understand, I find reason most of you think I would get exceptionally proud history of Jews civil rights around the world. It's, yeah, there's... It's really tough to talk about because there's a lot of complicated factors, and by complicated, I don't mean to excuse it. And I won't try to, because there is no excusing it. But also, there's, like... There's a tradition that that 1,000 years was probably incredibly progressive, but now is pretty easy to label as separate but equal. And I don't, like, in some, especially in, you know, in Reformed Jewish communities, lets it be, like, is easily able to be turned into, like, no, we're not separate or equal, we're equal. But that is not all Jewish communities by any means. Don't make you uncomfortable? No. They're not making you uncomfortable. If anything, the only reason I feel slightly uncomfortable is like I am not tied enough into the Jewish community to, like, I feel like I'm speaking for the Jewish community when I am certainly not tied enough into it to be able to do that.
Area secured.
Area secure. I feel like I must have missed something because I feel like there'd be incentive to go to all three, and I don't know if I've actually looted something in all three. Hopefully there's something back there. Actually, yeah, there's a oh, there we go. I was like, there's a surprising lack of things to loot in here. That's probably because this is our place. Air secure means no more enemies. Okay. Well, yeah. I think it was less about looking for enemies, but more things to loot. But there's a question mark back here, or an exclamation mark, I guess I should say. What the fuck? This is a strangely empty room. Wetware kit, sure. Colonial Pioneer team rarely consists of more than a few dozen specialists. It's clear that none of them have survived. Cerberus Group has a lot to answer for here. Wait. Am I conflating who Cerberus is with someone else, or did I just genuinely not remember that they were in game one? This is actually asking, even though it might be a spoiler. That finished it, right? I think. The exclamation mark's still up, so that's why I'm a little confused. According to logs, a visitor from an organization called Cerberus recently passed through the colony. It seems like this person had something to do with the transformation of the colonists. That's brave Googling words you pick up on the internet. True. They're in game one. They work under redacted. That makes sense. Huh. I genuinely did not remember that. Interesting. Time for people who haven't played game 2 yet to forget all about them. Just like apparently I did. It changes in 2? Okay. That was everything, right? Which means, was it R? No, not Q. F, sweet. Press F to pay respects and a return to the Normandy. Okay, like there. Yeah, no, it's an Easter egg. It almost feels like an Easter egg. Like if you've played the game, if you've played all 3 games, and you're well aware how important they are, and they made sure that they weren't just some throwaway, or that there was actually hints of the part they were going to play going forward in the earlier games. Just, you know, you had to be paying attention. I think. All right, ads are going to start in a little over 6 minutes, but I hope people forgive me and will understand, hey, I didn't have time to get up on my last ad break. So I'm going to run my ads a little bit early so that way I can go pee. And this seems like a good stopping point. So I'll see everyone in 3 minutes, barring something else popping up in my YouTube chat. I'll see everyone soon. Okay, we're back. Sorry it took so long for me to get back. I needed to do some brain melding with Buster. All right. Well, let's go down the list. Armstrong cluster? Armstrong Nebula. Hydrate. Thank you, Hari. Just made some piss, so I gotta replenish all that. Alright, Armstrong Nebula. And then Armstrong, potentially double Armstrong? I guess. And real quick. Is there anything on this last planet? Nope. Call someone cute. Men's Health?
Message coming in from the brass at Arcturus.
That sounds very cute. And very important.
Normandy, Admiral Hackett here. We're getting reports of a marked increase in Geth activity in the Skyllian Verge. Surveillance drones have identified Geth outposts on 4 different planets in the Armstrong cluster. We need someone to take them out.
And to me, very closely intertwined with Pride. No take backsies? Watch me. Manage reward requests. Call someone cute. Reject. There, just took it back. Take backsies. Telling me what to do. Sorry. But yeah, to me, I talked about it earlier, but I feel like it's important to reiterate. Well, shit. Joke's on you, I have mods that I pay in scraps that'll take care of this for me. I said it before, but I feel like it's important to reiterate. To me, one of an incredibly helpful thing for dealing with men's mental health has been deconstructing gender roles and breaking down those barriers that lead men to not ask for help. And that would a lot of that credit goes to Pride and to LGBTQ movements and breaking down gender roles through those lenses as well. And so to me, I think it's great that Pride and Men's Mental Health Month share a month because, well, you certainly can have Pride without men's mental health. I certainly don't think men's mental health would have been able to make the jumps it's made over the years without Pride. And so, to me, I'm honored to share that month. not that it matters. Like as an individual, it's not that it matters. What I think, but so hopefully when I take these moments to still talk about Pride, it's not that I'm trying to minimize men's mental health, but why I think it is always important to acknowledge Pride, even when it is also men's mental health month. Hell yeah. What's up, Faith? They're both super important. Exactly. They're both super important. I am far more willing to side-eye someone that wants to talk about Men's Mental Health Month only and not Pride than I am who wants to talk about Pride only and not Men's Mental Health Month. For what it's worth. All right. Any more information?
Any idea what they're after?
Hard to say. They may be just gathering intel on us. Or maybe they're setting up staging grounds for hit-and-run attacks on human colonies.
Or worse.
It could be the first wave of an invasion.
Let's hope not. We need someone to investigate this, Shepard. Finding Saren is still your top priority, but you've got experience fighting the Geth. You're the logical choice to take out these outposts.
Excuse me.
We're transmitting all the locations of known Geth outposts in the Armstrong cluster to the Normandy now. Admiral Hackett out.
Oh, don't tell me I missed out on Paragon points because I was clicking on the left and not the right. Fuck! I have now woken up. No Shromp. No Shromp. So fucking done with work every single week. I have to say I don't have enough hours. You're in leadership too, and you have to say that that's... I'm sorry. What if there was a little Shromp as a treat? You know, a little bit of cocktail sauce to go with the Shromp. As I share the history student body organization at my university, we had a no political policy. However, we did one exception with medical organization have to come and do health checks on men. See, I'm frustrated that Pride is still considered political, and I'm frustrated that men's mental health is still considered political, which is another reason I think it's beautiful that they share a month, is neither of those things should be political, and yet somehow they both are. Tyrion, the signal recovered. While scanning the planet Pregel, you discovered several marker buoys orbiting it. Chief Engineer Adams secured some high-res optical images of the buoys, which appeared to have been neglected for some time. Each one was marked with the Baetica colony insignia. Political meant as in if you weren't academically related. Fair enough, but both in the US at the very least, like, both are used as political pawns. Absolutely. Either as for rhetoric against, or like, hey, instead of doing this, we should support men's mental health, and then not actually doing anything about supporting men's mental health. And then the unfortunate reality in the US, where if someone in June, the first thing they want to talk about is Men's Mental Health Month, you do gotta keep an eye on them. It is certainly not all of them, and I'm definitely not accusing anyone in the chat of having done that, but or doing that, but fuck it. Oh, I got an achievement for exploring planets, I guess. Unfortunately, there's a lot of men who actually don't give a shit about men's mental health that still want to bring up that it's Men's Mental Health Month to try to take away from Pride, which is frustrating. They don't give a shit. Well, they actually do give more of a shit about Pride than they give about men's mental health, but they're trying to talk shit about it. That's the shit they actually give about it. And so, I know you're not one of those. We've talked about Men's Mental Health Month a couple of times in here today, and I don't expect it to be the last time either. And I'm very glad to talk about it because, you know, obviously my mental health journey is the reason I'm fucking streaming in the first place. But it's also why I want to make sure to bring up Pride for all the reasons I've mentioned, but also I want to make it very clear that I consider both super important, because I do consider both super important. And, you know, if someone does come in here and wants to try to do that, I'd rather nip in the bud immediately. I don't think anyone is, but in case they do, it's like the one thing I can do on the internet these days. Exactly. But also, if it weren't for Pride, I don't know if I'd be here either, because of all the beautiful humans in my life who now get to be open about who've over the years got to be more open about who they are because of Pride. So I guess the other piece of pushback I would give is I have celebrated Pride for a number, well, not a number of years now. I've thought Pride has been cool for a long time, but for a number of years I wasn't sure, hey, should I go? I like, to borrow a term from Dad the Noob, I'd feel like a tourist because I am a straight cis guy. Like, as much as I've talked about Pride this week, I am a straight cis guy, and I'm aware of people that there are people who try to join communities. What the hell is here that is not actually here? There's an anomaly here? Oh, there is. But finally I went a couple of years ago. The org I volunteered through had a table, and they needed volunteers to help man the table. And I was like, fuck it. This is the way I can go and get to see it. But, if anyone asks why is a straight person here, then I can say this is why. And I'm very glad I did it. I've kept going back to volunteer to table because I think it's a super cool event to table. But also, I've made sure to go earlier and earlier every year because it's been fun and a good time to go. And the reason I'm mentioning this is Pride is something that is something I've been able to go to. It's something that I've actually seen a concerted effort for in the month of June. I've known about Men's Mental Health Month being a thing for a number of years, and never had anyone that has helped me with my mental health mention it in June. And to me, that's also part of the reason I'm like a little like not skeptical necessarily, but also watch Buster. Oh, of course, I switched the camera and he stops using Scratchy Post. Well, I'm also a little like, are we really celebrating Men's Mental Health Month? Because I don't know how much that's actually helped me over the month. Denmark is the first country in the world to legally recognize same-sex unions in 1989. Hell yeah. Turian insignia recovered. Strange-looking sensor has some ancient graffiti scribbled on it. Appears to be marked with the Odessan colony insignia. I think it's this thing. Yep. Parked and on level terrain, fine. Odd skull. This massive skull is scored by deflected mass accelerator shots. Xenobiology files in your hard-suit computer can't identify a species. It was brought here from an unknown world. Uh-oh. Wait, is this just actually not the planet I'm supposed to be on? I guess that makes sense. Oh, there's a Geth outpost over here. Okay, never mind. So this probably is. I just need to go over there. Crashed probe. There we go. Joy Pride makes you happy. I love the way everyone feels so over when there's so much still at stake. Yeah, yeah. The fight's certainly not over. Not even fucking close.
Just lead the way.
But it's certainly, I don't know. To me, it's come a long way. I remember growing up and calling something gay because I didn't like it was just a normal thing and not a thing to think twice about. And I know it's making a bit of a comeback. Fucking Gen Z. I guess, I don't know, maybe that one's more Gen Alpha. I've heard conflicting things about it. Certainly saw a Gen Z person do it, and while referring to millennials as having no culture, which was the very funny thing of Like, wait, what? This is literally like, this is literally one of the things we did. Unfortunately. Also, I need you send you a super interesting piece of history about how the British coal miners and LG people also had alliance in the 80s. There's a movie. I watched it on Amazon. I don't know what it actually came out on, but there's a actual movie about it that I watched. It's very good. Shares the word gay derogatory and the R word is wild to see as well growing out of that language. Yeah, it's been weird. It has been super weird of like that and smoking. It's like the resurgence of those two words and smoking have been super weird to like see, because it's like, not that I thought smoking was gonna die with my generation, but it like I didn't expect a comeback. Because it's not just even vapes, it's like literally like there's some very popular pop stars that are like smoking in their music videos, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, we learned long ago, and like I even saw one try to defend it as it's not a real cigarette, and it's like, we learned long ago like the power of the imagery of smoking and making it look cool and how dangerous that was, and that we should regulate it. Quit it in January. That's right. And you've been able to quit it like the entire time, right? If, no shame if you haven't, but yeah. Tried one last week, tossed. You know what? Good for you. It is so addictive and can be hard to quit. So I'm glad you got to a point where you even tried it and it was just not your thing anymore. There are a lot of... Whoa! Oh, I see. That's a tower. Oh, got one. Two. Was he even drunk when doing it? Fuck yeah. It was like, man. Especially in the military. I had a bunch of friends that only smoked when drinking. That was just a thing. Yeah, I only smoke when I drink. Didn't even think twice about it, of how common it was. And so that is certainly, you know, not something I'm a stranger to. And but yeah, that's been weird to see have a comeback, because like I mentioned, it's had I had to go and defend the realm, I would have picked it up again. I'm genuinely surprised I didn't pick it up while I was in the military, because like not only do a bunch of people do it in the military, but like you're supposed to be allowed to take breaks, but like actually being allowed to take those breaks, like any job, like this is certainly not unique to the military. But like any job, it is hard to actually be able to take your breaks unless you smoke. And so I often, well, like it was very clear I wasn't smoking. I would often go out with the smokers to the smoke deck just to take my breaks, and wouldn't smoke, but probably am getting lung cancer because of how often I was out on the fucking smoke deck with people smoking. Here's the Geth Colossus. That missed?
Three more of these outposts left to clear out? This should be fun.
Oh, what? I have to do 3 more of this? Dog. God, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, chat. I don't even get any Paragon points for that. Okay. Oh, this is also the Maroon Sea cluster. Fuck! We'll do... No, we're gonna do this one. Okay. Maroon Sea cluster, Vostok, Notacrux. Okay, Maroon Sea cluster is there. Vostok. The point of doing side quests today is I wanted to do side quests that gave me Paragon. And that shit is not giving me Paragon.
Looks like we've got an active distress beacon on the planet below, Commander. No message, just a locator signal.
By the way, with regards to the Alliance, I mentioned it's still alive and well in 2026. Oh, yeah. No, so... Obviously, this is a movie about real-life events, so I feel like spoilers is, spoilers are look at a goddamn history book. Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku says, "Shut the fuck up, turf." That's very cute. So in the movie, basically, so what is it, an LG? Because let's be honest, it was like early in the movement, and you take what you can get. Group decided to start raising money for miners striking whales, and they're able to find one village that was willing to accept their money because it was the 80s. And you know, they built up a relationship, and it was definitely and you know, there's a lot of tumultuous things that happened, but in the end, at the Pride March, the first Pride March after I don't know if it was actually Pride, the first LGBTQ march after those strikes, a bunch of miners unions from Wales, including the town they helped, showed up in solidarity and led the march, and that solidarity is led to this year. Very happy you found that badge. Me too. Mim was there when I bought that badge. A very good badge. I showed it to PvP, who is my resident, or Pasamune, who's my resident Hatsune Miku fan, and she also thought it was great. We are very glad to tell TERFs to shut the fuck up. Well, anyone that is trans exclusionary, not just TERFs. But Thick Mako's click here. What's up, DTN? DTN is going live early today. He's gotta get up early tomorrow or something. SMH my head. We have schedules, sir. Okay. Early. Can I get stuff from here? Short from a story on the post? Okay, hell yeah. I'm now, hold on. I want to mention this movie because I'm trying to remember. I think the movie might just be called Pride. Nope, sorry. That was me. Yeah. The movie is just called Pride. And Andrew Scott's in it, Dominic West is in it, Imelda Staunton's in it, Bill Nighy's in it. Actually, George McKay is a relatively decent sized name at this point, right? For 1917? They're not sort of stuff we can do? I don't want to get ahead of NASCAR Ben. So there is. How willing are you to grind? Because we could do some grinding of like end game content that is already unlocked, because I think it'll actually be super helpful. Yeah, Pride 2014. Yes. So if you're cool with doing some grinding, like it'll be fun. And or like if you think you'll find that fun, then we can find stuff to do that's fun. But grinding is also not everyone's cup of tea, which is why ARPGs are not everyone's cup of tea. So that one I kind of want to leave up to you. Of yes, there's something we can do, but it might not be the thing you want to do. So we're going over here. I'm not getting out his resources. I don't even know. Like I don't even. Besides getting currency, I don't even know they do anything. Oh, I guess I should. Can I go into this? I don't think I can go into this. Grinding world bosses and dungeons. I don't even know. Like eventually, there's something we can unlock that give us a reason to do dungeons, but for this, so. Historically in Diablo 4, one of the reasons to run dungeons was you could unlock legendary, not affixes, what are they called? Codexes, by running specific dungeons. But that's not a thing this season. And so, while we could do dungeons, there's not like a super good reason to do them. But yes, there's stuff we can do. But we can do we can do some pit, because oh boy, is there a lot we can do from pit. Where pit? No, with one T. With one T. We're doing pit with one T. Pit with two T's is on Tuesdays. In the new Tube Discord. Nope. That's on Tuesdays. It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Tuesday, innit? Are they down here? No. I gotta fucking... Thursday? No. I at one point knew how to pronounce the... AGR. Or maybe I did do it right, but I'm just not giving myself enough credit. Oh yeah, we did great. All right, time to clear this out. Get some extra credit. This is fine, right? Basically, it's pronounced dagger. Or dogger. This is fine, right? Oh, right, the creepers. I knew exactly what these guys were. Oop. Do the creep. And their arms T-Rexin. Oh my god. Lonely Island called these guys... The deeper version? Okay. So not dagger, dogger. Or dog, or... Got that dag in him. Nope. And to press space. Right. I did get far enough in the what's it called? Fucking owl. And not Hootsuite. Because for some reason Hootsuite's the only thing I'm thinking of when I think of the fucking owl. But it's... English is very much based on... Well, yeah, English... English is a Germanic language. That, is 3 languages in a trench coat. Actually, it's a lot more than 3 languages, but... We'll call it 3 languages in a trench coat because that's the joke. I don't actually remember how many languages it actually is in a trench coat, but it's more than 3. I'm embarrassed. I will.
Rescuers? Oh, thank God. See? I told you somebody would come to investigate that signal. My name is Dr. Ross, Chief Exogeny Researcher at this facility.
Wow,
We've been trapped in
Exogeny.
this room for days. We're almost out of food and water.
Kirk research, yeah.
We got here just in time.
I need to know what's going on. Why is this place crawling with Thorian creepers?
How do you know about the Thorian?
I killed it. I've seen it.
I know what Exogeny was up to. I saw what they let the Thorian do to those colonists, so I destroyed it.
Our secret's out then. No point in my lying. You already know the worst. The creepers here were created using altered samples from the specimens on Pharos. We discovered a way to turn them into docile, obedient servants.
But apparently you didn't.
Everything was going fine until a few days ago. Then all the creepers suddenly went berserk. Only a handful of us made it back into the safety of this room.
Why didn't you send a clear message asking for help? All we had was that signal from the emergency beacon.
This is a closed communications base.
Yeah, and then Tyr's God of War.
Selling secrets to a rival
which is why, in God of War, Ragnarok,
we have no
we had to beat his ass to show who the real God of War is.
It sends a general distress signal to the Exogeny site on Pharos. They're supposed to send a team to respond inside of 24 hours, but it sounds like they had problems of their own.
No more questions.
I heard all I need to.
Look, I know what we did here was wrong. I'll admit that. But it's over now. There's no sense reporting this to the authorities, right?
I am the fucking authorities. People lost their lives here.
You were in charge of this project. The safety of the staff was your responsibility. They trusted you, and you betrayed that trust.
Be reasonable. I didn't mean for this to happen. Besides, how does it help anyone if I end up in jail? Normally Exogeny would have my back, but it It sounds like they're going to have their hands full cleaning up the mess on Pharos. But I've got money. A nice little emergency fund I set up. It's yours if you let us go.
Everything's so expensive that no matter how much money you give me, I probably won't be able to buy anything anyway. I can't do that.
The victims here deserve justice. I have to take you in.
That's not going to happen.
What?
Open fire. Open fire!
Well, she's dead. Jenny's second-rate mercs proved no match for a trained Alliance Marine. With the last science crew dead, there's no reason to linger here. See, I got Metagel out of it. That's like getting money out of it, right? There's... Okay, I was like, there's gotta be something. Currently have 251 items. You're nearing the 300 item limit. You'll be forced to salvage any new items you find once you reach this limit. Sell or salvage some items at your earliest convenience to avoid reaching this limit. That's an interesting warning. Ugh. So I gotta... Yes. Okay. After stream, I will do some inventory cleanup. I'm pretty sure I can safely get rid of anything that's like 3 or lower, and I definitely still have some of that. Fatigued. That's a dead end. I don't even think there's anything to loot in this room. What the fuck? Asa is old nurse for gods, so my Twitch name should make sense now. Oh. Alright. Nothing else in here, right? We can go to the moon. Rogue VI is taking over an Alliance training ground located on Earth's moon. The Sol system in the local cluster. All right. Wait, did I even get any Paragon for that? Yes, but not enough to get any charm. All right. Time to go home. Local cluster. Sol. It's 2007. Does that mean... As God intended. Pluto is one of Sol's numerous ice dwarf worlds. Wait a minute. It is mainly of note for being the gravitational anchor for the Prothean mass relay to Arcturus. Pluto and the Charon relay, formerly encased in ice, considered a moon, orbit each other. Pluto's orbit was circularized in 2157 as a side effect of the Charon mass relay recovery operations. How dare they? Well, we gotta go to the moon. So Luna it is. There's 4.1 million people living on the moon. The capital is Armstrong, which makes sense. This will probably be the last thing we do, because it's coming up on that time. I do need to figure out dinner. La Lune. Back to the Mako. Going there. Wow, look how much is going on the moon. $4.1 million people living here, and I don't get to see any of them. I guess I do go up this. Probably up there. Will I figure out dinner when I see snack on screen? Yeah, that's a snack. That's not a whole fucking meal. Jeez, Al. Hydrate? Not a whole meal either, but I'll hydrate. Tasty? CCCP. Yeah, we're stealing that shit. Listen, you go for seconds easy on a stack? No. No, not on GLP-1s. You got to make sure you get your protein. You currently have 255 items. Yes, I know. Shut the fuck up. You have to mansplain GLP-1s to you? Kappa Pride seems relevant. Yeah, it's Pride. The only Kappa you're allowed to do is Kappa Pride. I say as I keep only doing Kappa because I'm too lazy to type like Kappa Pride. How American of you. Exactly. Thank you. I'm glad you understand. What is that noise? Oh. I see. They're firing rockets at me. The rockets' red glare. The bombs bursting in air. Gave proof through... I guess it's the daytime because of how bright it is. Oh, wait. Why are the Lions turrets firing at me? How Samoan of me? Dang. Right. Looks like this is the one I can go into. Wait. I can go into all of them? Hmm. Area map. Maybe I can go in all of them? Maybe it's just the same one in all of them? Power junction. Wait, where's... Am I getting to look through the fucking wall? You know what, we'll just do this. And have it yell at me for having too many items. Let me through. Let me fucking through. There we go. Some of us eyes BMI of the world. Most laziest most average. I wouldn't even joke at that. I hope you're joking, but there's a lot of very real problems of why they, and none of it is with laziness. Also, generalizing negatives about, you know, very proud, accomplished people, also rough. I need... Oh, wait. This is... Dude, I could not hit them. So the meme goes, yeah, That's not to say memes can't be racist. In fact, there's quite a few. What the fuck? It didn't autosave when I went in there? I understand why it doesn't autosave while I'm out here. That's... As I made fun of my friend in Skyrim the other night for, you know, basically going from the starting area, or not the starting area, going from, what is it, leaving Dragon's Reach to go up the mountain and getting almost all the way up the mountain, then dying and having leaving Dragon's Reach. Because everyone's done that. That's played Skyrim at least. I'm not accusing you of anything, Hari. I just am asking you not to do it. That's all. That is genuinely it. Why are you firing all the fucking way over there? JK, what's up, Squid? How was stream? I went to a veteran coffee thing, so I couldn't stay for all of it. But when I got home, I saw you were playing. Oh god, the library game where you're sorting a magical library. You finished the library too? Oh hell yeah! I accuse Harris of being cute. Yep. And just like if I tried to accuse Hari of anything, I'd be wrong. And you're wrong about that. Library game, tell me more. I will say there's a very, very heavy AI warning on it because I looked at it because I was like, oh, this looks cool. And then I looked at the AI warning. I'm like, it's not for me. But I'm not going to... I learned about it because I was watching one of my friends play and I kept watching one of my friends play. So, again, not throwing judgment on anyone for playing it. Just... for my taste, it was a little much. But would recommend watching Squid play it. Apparently it has one of the titles or something very limited. So the full AI disclosure is not necessarily anything generative, but they created a rough base for what they wanted, both on the titles and on the book design, and then used AI to finish it. And I think finish it was the term they used, and they used it for grammar. Which, again, I'm not throwing, if that's like, I'm not saying, oh, everyone should have the same bar as me is what's too much AI. But to me, that's a little too generative for my taste. That's something that is shortcut because you don't hire enough artists in my mind. But again, I am not throwing shade out there. It's just, I want to put that out there. That's why I'm not going to be playing it. And I know Splash cares about it in the same way. Not to say people don't care. Squid, don't take my word for it. Like, genuinely read the AI disclosure. Like, because I might be misquoting it. And I might be misinterpreting it as well. I don't think you should be disappointed. I think. Oh my fucking god. They're like dodging every single shot. I just healed and... Oh, no, I see. No, nope. There we go. That's the button I meant to press. X is called cover. There we go. Jesus. That is so many rounds. Paid extra for the extra ammo. I mean, it's less even about the how much ammo they had. It's more about, like, I was supposed to be able to just go out there and fight 6 of them when they're firing that many rounds per second. I promise all titties on my stream are non-AI. Can confirm. I mean, what? All right. Do I just shoot all of them? I like titties? Same. I would assume that would be one shot, one kill, but I guess not. Toxic gas is being vented in the bunkers. Uh-oh.
All patched up.
Now it's fun.
Just keep shooting, just keep shooting. See, the last time I said nature stress balls, I had someone say, well, aren't balls that as well? And I, you know, for someone it probably is, but also, oh God. Okay, you know what? We're doing this pistol. Okay, that might have been slower. Lights on the optical mainframe slicker and die. First the 3 computing. Oh my God, I have to go through all 3 buildings like this? To quote Dr. Evil, aka DTN, how about no? Good God, no, I would slap it. You know what? I'm gonna be a good squid and keep quiet. Wait. One of my... There was a... Growing up in high school, there's a vehicle in town. We had an open campus, so we could... I saw this bumper sticker just about every day. The bumper sticker said, well-behaved women rarely make history. And that saying has lived rent-free in my head ever since. So, being a good squid, I mean, if you want to be, but also... understandable if you don't want to be. No! Yes, I know. I have way too many items. I will do the frickin'... Was I supposed to shoot that? Am I a dummy and I was supposed to shoot the power junction? I would slap the shit out of some titties and would not tap a ball. That's fair. That oh yeah, no, there's plenty. There's so many examples. Women who had to buck the system to do the good they did. Only Slav was designed for anything. Okay, we're gonna shoot this first. And maybe I don't get all the frickin' bots in the world. Or they don't shoot as fast or something. Nope. There's... That's even worse! What did I did I miss a power junction? Garrus. What the fuck are you shooting? What are you shooting at? You told me you won't yell at him more if he fires a few times?
Patching you up.
I wasn't gonna yell at him until I saw him shoot at the fucking wall. You are not meeting the cop allegations, sir. Oh, don't tell me it's, hey, if I shot... Oh, no, there's a billion power junctions. What do these even do? I'm gonna miss one, and that's gonna prevent whatever I'm trying to do from happening. It'll be very sad. No, I know. Thank you. God damn it. I'm asking rhetorically to explain why the fuck I keep shooting at them even though nothing seems to be happening. Garrus looks good in pink? Hell yeah. Another thing that Pride has done to help my mental health. I look good in pink. And I certainly wouldn't have thought about wearing pink. Connect barrier fields powering up throughout the bunker complex. Uh-oh. You... Nice try. Oh. Breakfast Club pretty in pink. Even St. Elmo's fire. I thought about getting my hair done in pink, you know, and like taking pink back from that, like that angry pink hate phase as a teen. Yeah, I like, you know, obviously everyone's relationship with pink is different. I absolutely get it as someone that hated pink as a kid because it's for girls and for girly girls at that. So like I think that's been very cool. Like, you know. I'm friends with a goth person or two that also hated pink, and they've incorporated in because, oh, turns out that was a very, very sexist and, like, not great thing to do. Like, there's reasons to not like a color, and some of them are valid, but hating him because it's girly is not one of those. That's why I hated it growing up, but first, purple hair, because art. Hell yeah. So yeah. I know. I will deal with it after stream. Game, I promise. I'm not getting the... It's for sad art. Sad art's still art? Okay. Splash, I'm assuming I have an ad about to come up. If you could snooze it. And then tell me when it's close to being needed to be snoozed again. Because we got fucking one more of these stupid things to do.
Heading to position.
As now snoozed, thank you.
Engaging target.
Do you know the Victorians are bosses at grieving? Oh, this does it for all of them? So there's actually probably a good... Ah! Pepe point! Pepe point! Imagine being stuck behind. Why could I not shoot there? Ow.
I'm better now.
They had something called Memorial Hair Art. Sorry. I wanted to get some done with Stitchy's hair as platinum blonde, so I'm dyeing mine in lavender and cut some minus more. Ah, heal. Hydrate, thank you. Hydrated game 2. How dare you backseat me to station heal? It's the right call that tell me to heal. I really need to deal there. Okay. At this point, I'm not going back and shooting more of them, regardless of whether it's a good thing or not. So, requestfully, Squid, if I did shoot all the power junctions, what would have happened? If you feel like sharing. Obviously, you don't have to. First aid specialist. The only time I actually shared my time in China was because it was Japanese. Oh, I've not a clue? Okay. Well, that's something I can look up off stream. What? Oh, I got turned around. Burst of white noise over all frequencies nearly deafens you. Your heart heads up display interprets into a series of zeros and ones. They repeat again and again, blanketing all frequencies. The lights of the final VIA cluster flicker and die. Specialization class achieved. What? Specialization class will replace your base class in the talents of the squad screen. Talent ranks in your base class transfer over to your specialization class. Go to your... What? What? I don't remember this is a thing at all. Okay, so I've got Shock Trooper and I've got Nemesis. Nemesis is a biotic specialist who uses mass effect fields to inflict heavy damage against opponents. Duration damage for all biotic abilities, warp and lift. Or highly Shock Trooper. Shock Trooper Devil Dog. Shock Trooper, highly trained killing machine. Shock Troopers excel in all combat situations. Increased health, increased damage protection, increased immunity or barrier ability, increased adrenaline ability. Oh, we are 1,000% doing this one. Okay. Now let me get outside. Actually, nah, well, look at the lads. We're gonna No. Well, how close am I? How close is my... Okay, no, we'll be good. We're gonna go raid out. We're gonna raid out, say hello to someone else. Thank you everyone for hanging out today. You know what? Squid's here. Oh, do I want to raid someone playing League? You know what? Fuck it. They're kind enough to raid me without knowing me at all. We'll raid them even if they're playing League. Magi was taken. We met them for the first time Wednesday, courtesy of Squid. God damn it, it's League. We should raid Splash? True. But Splash is not live, so we're going to raid Magi was taken instead. As soon as you said League, I was like... It's unfortunately not the only one. There's a raid message. League of Legumes. Yes, League of Legumes. If you enjoy their content, I've not gotten to watch much of their content yet either. They streamed yesterday and got to see it. So I'm excited to see some of it, even if it is League. Give them a boop snoot. Maybe they know what it is. Maybe they don't. We'll figure it out. Monday. There's some side quests that I thought I was going to be able to do today that I didn't get to. And I'm going to go look up how to actually fucking do them. So it might be another day of side quests. Hopefully not. Hopefully we get to do one and then we're good. But yeah, we'll see you guys over in Magi Was Taken's stream. We'll see you guys back here Monday. Happy Pride. I'm going to a Pride event tomorrow, so saying it again. See everyone Monday. Thanks for watching.